How's it going, everybody? Today we're going to be taking a look at the KastKing Spartacus in Seafoam Green. Now this is a reel that I think is kind of overrated. Everyone wants it just because of the color. I got this one specifically for my girlfriend, who's a beginner, and she is just now getting into bait casters at a $40 to $50 price range, which is, I bought this on a sale for like $39. This is not a good beginner bait caster. I do not like it. I had set every single setting up to max, both settings. I don't know what kind of setting this is. I think it's like an SVS type, and it's also got a magnetic braking system. You set both of them to max, and you also put the spool tension knob to where the lure falls very slow. No matter what you do, it will still backlash if you don't put your thumb on it at the very end of your cast. Now, I have some Abu Garcia Maxes. I have an Abu Garcia Ora Winch. I've had an Abu Garcia Black Max, and those are both amazing beginner price point reels. Just due to the fact that their castability is amazing, their accuracy is amazing, and they're really easy to use. That out. Now, taking a look at some of the specs on this reel, it has 17.5 pounds of drag, I'm pretty sure. It has a 6:3 to 1 gear ratio. You know, not too fast, not too slow, not that much power. This is not a very powerful reel. The biggest bass I've hooked on it is 3 pounds. That's about it. And that was a big struggle with nearly lockdown drag. I'd say I have about 9 pounds of drag lockdown, which is way too much for any bait casting reel that's meant to be used for freshwater. You don't need anything over really 10 pounds. It's just not needed. Another thing about it is it has a tendency to click back over in the middle of a cast. So if you spin it like this, you know, you hit the clutch bar to where it releases. If you do that too fast, say you're reeling in, burning it in, go for another cast. Damn it. Damn it. This reel does have a tendency to click back over in the middle of a cast if you are happening to burn it in, and then you flick it right back out there and wants to trip over. If you add braid on this, any kind of lighter braid, and you have a heavier lure on there, that'd have a quick tendency to snap. You're lying right off, sailing the bait into the sunset. Now, this has 11 plus 1 ball bearings. And if you take a look at the schematic, there's a reason there's so many ball bearings. There are 2 or 3 in each one of the knobs. You know, this thing will spin forever, but there's no need for so many ball bearings and a handle knob. It just doesn't do anything. Take a look at the spool here. It has a bearing on the spool itself, a little spool shaft. It has a bearing inside of here. And I'm not going to take a look into it. I'm not going to open it up and everything. But it's not, there's not very many bearings in here, man. It's not like a Shimano where it has an X-ship bearing. If you want to see me tear down each one of the reels I review, I will. It's not very hard. I can get more in-depth with them. Just leave a like on the video, and I'll do it. Here's another thing. You have to take the side plate off to adjust the other brake in here. And it's a struggle from hell just to do. I mean, you got a $50 reel. You're not paying for a Bugatti. You're not paying for anything amazing. You're not buying a Shimano Metanium. You're not. But $50, that can go to an Abu. Any Abu. This is giving me problems. I'm not even going to mess with this reel. I do not think that is anywhere near worth the money. You could save up a little bit more, or take a little bit of the money off and get a cheaper reel. I do not think this reel is worth it. I got it for my girlfriend. Her favorite color is teal. I thought she would have absolutely loved this reel. I thought it would have been absolutely amazing for her. She doesn't hate it. She doesn't love it. she likes the color. That's about the only thing she likes. And that's just not good. I need to stop bashing this reel. Anyway, KastKing Spartacus Seafoam Green. Is it worth the money? I highly doubt it. I'm not a fan of this reel. I'm not a fan of the price point on it. I just don't think it's good. So, that is the KastKing Spartacus. One of the worst reels I've ever handled. One of the worst reels I've ever bought. This has been Eli from Finesse Bros. Tight lines. It's going to be hard to get your line tight on this. You're not